Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm really doing cyberdark. Finally got time to do it. So, like, it's gonna be redoing our boss mod, cyberdark and Dragon. We really like subscribe and let's get straight on into this. Okay, for the monsters we are playing 2 copies of cyberdark. I would cut this down to 1, but I'm really just running 2 for just Infinity. Do play Infinity in this deck. Decks will be the best normal summon for Cyber Dragons. Full place at core. This is the best normal summon. I cut Noxter down to 1 for this deck because Noxter is perfectly fine at 1. Normally I would play 2 or 3. Normally you would play 2 or 3, but you don't need it. One hers, I mean, that's hers. 1 Noxter, because Noxter actually helps cyberdark. Because it's also a 21 attack or 21 defense. Pretty much, yeah. 1 copy of Veer, just a chain block with Clore. 1 Chimera. 1 Horn. And 1 Keel. Alright, each of them do something different. Horn does piercing. Edge does attack directly, but cut attack points in half. And Keel does destroy the monster. You take 3 into the face. You know, the effect for Northern. But they equip with over 3 Lord Dragon. We do play some Dragon deck. We play full plays at Can. Can is basically our monster searcher. He basically can search us our cyberdark machines. And he's basically full of burial in the grave. Full play set Claw. 2 Claws basically are spell and trap searcher. And when Cat is destroys Central Graveyard, you can search. You can basically draw 1. If Claw is destroyed and sent to the graveyard when Can's equipped, it does that. When this card is destroyed when it was equipped, you can basically add 1 cyberdark monster from your graveyard to your hand. You play 2 copies of Chimera. 1 attached Chimera is a good card because it gives you seriously power on. And that's 2 graveyard. 1 attached Cybern. That's just here for getting higher attacks. And 1 Buster Welt. And Buster Welt here is just here for Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. It's just here for see how you guys see my cyberdark build? Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is just here for locking your opponent out extra. That is it for the monsters. Let's get into spells. For the spells, we play a full play set Cyber Emergency. I have been tempted to cut this down to maybe 1 or 2, but it worked pretty well. So there's the cyber stuff. 1 copy of Cyber Eternal, because Cyber Eternal can help basically bring back our cyber monsters. Full play set Realm, so basically Claw serves the Searcher. This serves our cyberdark monsters retaining within graveyard. And this basically gives them their enemy effect, where we can basically equip either dragon from either graveyard. We then play full clay set 2 copies of Horizon. But this is always treated as cyberdark card and be someone must one extra deck. We would normally send Cyber End and Cyberdark Dragon. We don't play Cyberdark Impact. One other theater spell, not a lot of people play this theater spell, but it actually is good. Because it can add overload fusion, which is good for when you have to go overload fusion power. It's also good for, that's pretty much it. You have to search your overload fusion, but you don't want to run it, that's fine. One copy of Machine Dew for Infinity. One copy of Power Bond, because of OTK. One Overflow. One Limit Rule, because we like to get Cyberdark some Grace, so this can help it a little bit. Help it a little bit. One Full Barrel to help us get Buster the Rave. Okay, so we could drop this down a little bit. I'm not fully sure. But that is it for the monster. So for spells, let's get into traps. We do play a few. For the traps, we play 2 copies of Cyberdark and Basil. And Basil does is basically, we can basically take one dragon or machine from either graveyard, which is really good to chain with our copy of Rebirth Judgment. A copy of Rebirth Judgment, because that means we can absorb any monster and get 1,000, and we can basically detach to basically do to blow up the monsters and gain 1,000 when we cover monsters. Then for the last trap, we play a full place at Emperor, because Emperor, you guys have seen my last few videos, and you know what Emperor does. It's basically better version of Effect Builder. That is it for the traps. Let's get into the extra deck. For the extra deck, we play 1 copy of Cyberdark Dragon. This is pretty funny. He is pretty much unaffected to all activated effects. He can equip 1 monster from either graveyard. Any monster. Not just dragon. Any monster. When this card attacks, no, this card can attack up to the number of equipped cards it has. So if it has 5 equipped cards, it can attack 5 times. Don't worry, you don't need a card just to attack. But it's really good. 1 copy of Cyber Darkness. We can actually change this with Cyber Eternal, where you can bring him back and have a negate on board, because he basically negates a monster. Negates is an Omni negate, which is really good. But you just detach the equipped card and negate. We didn't play 1 copy of Cyber Dark. We don't make this, but basically he's just here for Horizon. That's pretty much it. 1 copy of Cyber End Dragon, just here to Horizon. 1 copy of Cyber Twin for OTK. 1 copy of Ramses for OTK and Spell and Trap Pop. 1 copy of Over Dragon. We don't really play him as much, but if you want to run him, you can. You are running to proxies. Don't forget, if you haven't seen my videos, majority of my cards are proxies. 1 Fortress, just in case if we have to join our machine deck, or we have to join a deck of 2 Mega Fleets, because Mega Fleet perform very well in deck. 1 Mechabot. If you haven't seen my Cyber Dragon deck or my Cyber Dragon Cyber Dark build, then the way how we summon Mechabot out is with our copy of Nova. Because what Nova can do is basically equip Nova in the Spell and Trap Zone. They activate any back row move card, like if it basically sends it to the graveyard. And then once they send it to the graveyard, we can basically go Mecha. But normally we would go into our copy of Infinity. And what Infinity does is basically our Basically, omnigate and can absorb, regain its materials. You have to play one Seeger. Does 4 other stuff. And last but not least, I might be butchering this name, but it's basically the Link version of Buster Dragon. Link version of Cheryl Buster Destruction's Sword, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it right. I might be pronouncing it wrong. If someone wants to correct me in the comments, go for it. But that is it for the monsters. I don't really know if I really needed him in the deck. I might swap him out for something else, but I haven't fully figured out what to swap him out for. Maybe another copy of something else, but probably another copy of cyberdark M, but the way how this build works, it's been working for me pretty well, so I can't really think of anything else. Okay, next deck submit, and that is it for the deck. This is a fun deck to play. If you haven't played cyberdark, go check it out. If you want to try doing a combined version of cyberdark and cyberdark, go check out the cyberdark and cyberdark build. If you want next deck, we'll probably be doing probably a different day, because tomorrow's Christmas. I wanted to get this video out before Christmas. We might be the last deck we're probably gonna be playing. Probably after Christmas we're gonna maybe after, I don't know what we're gonna do next deck list, but the next one's going to be branded Cyber Dragon. Then after that one is branded cyberdark. I don't know if I can make a combined version. I'm not fully sure yet how well that will work. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And go check out Dark Duelist, because some of the ideas is from Dark Duelist. If you want to go more with cyberdark build, go check out Dark Duelist's build for this deck. And see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.